Hello, welcome to Crosstalk on Enterprise TV. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Today, controversial dresser Idris Okuneye arrested at border town. Question, is he liable after serving time? You know, contentious cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, whose moniker is Bobrisky, got sentenced to 6 months in prison for contravening currency laws in our country. He served time, but got arrested at a border town, Seme, while attempting to flee the country, we are told. This singular act by state officials is provoking questions, chief amongst which is he criminally liable after having served time in a correctional center? Crosstalk, an Enterprise TV special, is drawn to this wrangle. Of course, in a debate, two sides to an issue are canvassed just so an informed position is arrived at. Our two combatants are ready, so shall we meet and greet them, even as we trigger the verbal war. Let's introduce easygoing Emeka Madunagu. Emeka, I greet you.
Yeah. Hello, viewer. Thank you so much.
And we also have breezy Cyril Abaku. Cyril, I welcome you.
I'm glad to be here today.
All right. So the issue is as plain as clean water. Bobrisky had been convicted. He served time, and but has reportedly been arrested at a border town, ostensibly trying to escape. One wonders whatever for. So is he criminally liable after all said and done? Who takes the lead off?
No, he's not criminally liable. He's a free citizen of Nigeria. It's just unfortunate the way people are made scapegoats of. You know, when certain people in power place, special interest in criminalizing them. Other than that, yes, he or is it she? I don't know. Well.
Shim,
yes. He's a free citizen. Having got served time, and been discharged, you cannot now subject the same person to double jeopardy. The fact that the person in question was arrested at the border, and then now there was this attempt to criminalize that movement.
Arrested at the border. Reportedly trying to flee.
Yes. Is there anybody who is leaving this country that cannot, on a whim, be said to be trying to flee? People who japa, what is the meaning of japa? Is it not fleeing a territory? It's fleeing Nigeria. When you japa from Nigeria, you flee. So that means everybody.
But you don't necessarily have to go through the border, do you?
How will you transform into a spirit to leave the country? You have to go through an exit point.
Okay.
So maybe he was trying to japa too. Maybe he haven't got tired of the situation in the country and he needed to relocate. But criminalizing his movement without, allowing without taking it through the due process, it's very very wrong.
You are speaking as a human rightist.
Yes, and of course a lover of freedom.
Except that I fear we may be getting ahead of ourselves. Nigeria has been very kind to Bobrisky. As a matter of fact, he himself has been a very lawful citizen. How do I mean? He was spraying naira illegally. He was spraying the local currency illegally. He was arrested. He pleaded guilty because he was guilty, because he was doing the wrong thing, which is okay. He went to jail. Okay, he served his term. Everything Bobrisky has done, I think
he didn't go to jail. Seriously.
Whether he was sentenced or
he was sentenced.
He was
if you say he got to jail, it means just anybody
he
can
was
be
sentenced.
All right,
which was fine. The law took its course. I don't think in that instance the state was unfair to him. Now he has more questions to answer. For example, after he came out of prison, there was an expose, a revelation.
Yeah, triggered by him.
Yes. Again, and on account of that, the government says, come and answer questions. Bobrisky appears to be evading that invitation. And look at what he wanted to do. He now wanted to escape from Nigeria. The panel that was set up by the Minister of Interior to investigate his time in prison actually said that this man enjoyed privileges
Yeah.
He had television, he had everything.
Privileges.
Criminal privileges. It is those criminal privileges.
Not known to.
Who determines
by law, by the
government allows
by the
me to enjoy privileges. What makes it criminal?
The final report is very clear.
By the Prison Act, but in the same country.
Yes.
Somebody in custody actually impregnated his wife.
You are making.
So now let me tell you. No, the point is we're not talking. The Prison Act.
He has questions to answer.
Hold on. That impregnating the wife would be an exception to the rule.
That's what we're saying. So if it's an exception,
was that right?
No. I hear,
was that right?
I hear many inmates are privileged people.
Yes. So now did Bobrisky put a gun to the heads of the prison officials to say, I must enjoy these privileges? So if Bobrisky was allowed to enjoy the privileges, why are we trying to investigate to place the guilt on Bobrisky?
Until we investigate, we cannot know the circumstances.
When you say Bobrisky did not answer, to the invitation.
Yeah.
Bobrisky's lawyer said that Bobrisky was ill
at the time,
and it has not been debunked.
And as soon as
when you say Bobrisky, no, he didn't escape.
He was escaping.
Traveling.
No, he was escaping.
No.
Hold on. Traveling to where?
No, hold on.
That's Bobrisky's business.
The news is that even after being arrested at Seme, he took ill and was taken to a medical facility.
Yes, which of course is normal. It's normal for a human being
to being ill.
Well, I don't know his health status, but it's not unusual for a human being, to fall ill. But it's not as if he resisted arrest. Bobrisky, willingly surrendered himself.
He did not. He was arrested. He was arrested
for arrest. He surrendered himself for arrest. Yes.
Except that as a cross-dresser, he decided to be a cross-dresser by choice.
Yes, and Nigeria. If you see, for me, if people commit an offense, apply the law. No court has declared that they have committed an offense by possession. Is a court that decides on how the color that should be applied to a law. The color of interpretation that should be applied to a law. No, somebody can even beat a traffic light, and when you get to court, if your lawyer has a compelling case, the court can discharge you that maybe you were not all together when you were there, as you were going through the traffic lights, or maybe you were in a hurry, or you were pressed, and for that reason you beat the traffic light.
If the CCTV submits that you beat the light,
yes,
what defense would you have?
Of course, I could have the defense that I was pressed and I needed to just get somewhere to relieve myself. Yes,
yeah, but
you didn't expect me to empty my phone in the car.
No argument. See where I'm going, Citizen Jones, and it is very obvious for us to see. We cannot debunk the purport of the state by pontificating.
No, it's not pontificating.
No, I'm calling or say that the right of the state.
What I'm saying is that the law may be applied by the court, not by moralistic inquisitions.
Yeah, but in
forgetting it and
no, but in enforcing criminal justice, where does it begin? The court or law enforcement?
He has been arrested.
Law enforcement.
He has been arrested.
So, why was he arrested?
Well, the state should tell us. The state should tell us because that is an abridgment of his right. In your opinion? The Constitution gives freedom of movement. The Constitution gives freedom of movement.
And make an ex-category announcement and say, because the law said this, the court going to follow. Of course, where we are today is that Bobrisky, having come out of jail, could have worked with a free man. But revelations came out.
Which revelations?
By an idol. The minister,
an idol fellow called very dark black man.
No. The Interior Ministry actually had a panel put together to investigate those claims about him being a privileged person, and the revelations they are mind blowing.
No.
No same government.
No, you see, when you say they are mind blowing.
And I'm telling you this afternoon, sir.
No. When you say they are mind-blowing, from what standpoint? From a moralistic, inquisitory standpoint, or from
objective investigation?
Which investigation? What if those people are lying? What if the people on the panel are like, what if? There are what ifs. In life, there are no absolutes. They can be independently hooked to falsehood.
If you feel
they can be sufficiently grounded in life. It has happened in this country where people were panels were set up, and at the end of the day, nothing by way of establishing the truth was found in the work of the panel. So what I'm saying is,
but a panel that has the force of law has made recommendations.
You see,
why do you begin to impute?
You see, the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court in 2002, in the case of IBB, Babangida versus the Federal Republic of Nigeria, said that the Tribunal of Inquiry Act cannot sufficiently take over the Constitution. What the Constitution says, that every matter must go through the process of the due process of law, that i.e. must go through the court, so that a panel or a tribunal cannot take the place of a properly constituted court. So take him to court.
But the panel didn't investigate money spraying. The panel was interested in how he spent his time behind bars.
Okay, let's go back to track. Emeka, if your argument is the man Bobrisky, Idris Okuneye, for the purpose of this program, is free to move.
Yes.
Okay.
As guaranteed by the Constitution.
Okay. If he was going to travel legally, legitimately, should he not have gone the right way?
Which one?
What I mean, he could have either flown out or driven out from inside town.
No. You see, I have crossed the border. I have crossed the border on foot. That same semi-border. I've crossed semi-border on foot.
Yeah, but
I've crossed agility border on foot.
You were not declared wanted.
No, I wasn't too sure, because if there are people who have passed through the airport, and my colleague Juwon Shoyinka just some weeks ago, he was just coming in from abroad, and they told him that he was on the wanted list. Eventually, the DSS said it was a case of mistaken identity. So that I crossed through semi, I crossed agility without being stopped. Well, maybe it was just by a stroke of luck.
And the identity of Idris Okuneye cannot be mistaken.
That is what I'm saying. That, you see, if you are saying that, okay, Idris, you have been released from jail, don't go anywhere, you will get a court order binding him. You can even get a court order binding him to his bedroom, that you don't leave this bedroom for this period of time. But when there is no such court order, I wonder why he will stop from crossing
based on the border. What we have established here. Emeka, Idris served time. In the course of doing it, on his freedom, he triggered another.
He broke the law.
Yes, you should know he's a controversial personality. Okay. He's in the entertainment world, and the entertainment world, there's something they say. They say they are allowed for a purpose. Okay. So they maintain notoriety or popularity by
the word entertainment would suppose he's either a writer or an artist.
No, the entertainment industry
is a cross-dresser,
which is also a form of entertainment, mimicry. You may call it. You may even call it. You may call him different names. But the point is that, you see, in the entertainment industry, people, controversy is their second name. So controversy dogs every step they take. That is their word. I'm not a part of them, but that is their word.
Cyril, Emeka is telling me that Okuneye is enjoying what you term poetic license.
No, he is not. And I thank God that the state has understood the imperative of handling the Bobrisky issue the way it ought to be handled. I'm glad he's the method of circulation. The matter is very straightforward. He's a gender bender. We cannot lose out of the fact that, even morally speaking, the young man or the woman, as the case may be, what he's doing is reprehensible.
No, he is a man, because
that is your opinion.
Cyril, in court, the justice asked him,
how do you want to be identified? Yes.
No. The justice, a woman, said, Mr. Idris Okuneye, are you a man or a woman? He said he was a man.
A man. And then when he went to prison, the prison official said that they had checked him out and that he was indeed a man.
So why are you now attaching extra features for him?
Except that having come out of prison, he was purported to have said that he had
purported.
to have said
which can be debunked.
that he said so.
Which he can deny.
That he said so. Did he say so in the past before?
No, you see, did he go on oath? Before you take anybody, you see, when controversy arises, before you take anybody's statement for fact, let the person go on oath and say it was not true.
He does not.
Somebody can deny oath. Why? No, that's what the law says. That's why the law says. No, that's why. No. You don't. Any human being can deny what they say. Any human being can deny what they say.
But not your name.
Your name.
And not your name.
Already under oath, he identified himself as Idris.
Demography.
Under oath, he identified himself as a male. So that is what we hold on to. Any other interpretation is injurious to what the law knows.
But it is inconsequential when when there's a record of what he said or what he wrote.
It is.
Can he deny that one?
Is he denying it on oath? No.
Emeka, except that when he was arrested at the border town,
yes,
he was dressed as Bobrisky.
Well, remember Alamesia too was dressed as a woman, a former governor. He was signing a rapper. So you see, the thing is this. You see, the point is whether he was dressed as a headsman or dressed as a woman in labor. The point is that you see, there was no law that said he could not be dressed the way he was dressed. But if there is a law, then put him before.
Neither is there a law that says the state does not have the right to assert its power to arrest as a person of interest.
But the state wanted to interview him, invited him. He didn't turn out.
Exactly.
Well, he said he was ill.
Which is
it an offense to be ill?
Is he okay now?
Is he an offense?
Is he okay now?
And you see, now he has fallen ill again. No, so it is the state now that will pay his medical bills and then allow him to recover under his care. Then when the doctor of the state says is sufficiently okay,
are you sure?
Then let him enjoy himself. He can ask for different things.
Are you sure he's ill? Are you sure?
He's a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor.
You are not there now.
He is a medical doctor. But he's still in the hospital.
Is he ill?
He's still in the hospital.
Is he ill?
He's still in the hospital.
Is he ill?
Let the doctor say so.
Anybody can make any claim to it.
No, let the doctor say so. And don't forget, the doctor will also go on oath. Will also swear to an affidavit to tell the court that this was. Why not?
And you believe it?
Why not? I hope you not pay you in 7 years.
You are citing.
Pay you in 7 years. If a doctor lies, that's 7 years.
You are citing a committee report that came to nothing, and you want me to believe what?
No, those people should have gone to court.
It is material, sir.
No, those who set up those panels should have gone to court.
He wanted to leave the country. Was to run and escape and flee. I'm happy.
He wasn't escaping. That's what I'm telling you. You have not established it.
Have been able to arrest him.
You don't even know. Do you know what?
Let him answer questions.
You know what? You don't even know whether he was going to visit a family member across the border.
God bless you.
You don't even know whether he was going to buy a car.
God bless you, sir.
You don't even know whether he was going, for a movie shoot across the border.
Yes.
You say he was fleeing.
Yeah. You are making me a little uncomfortable. You are talking like an attorney, a lawyer. Are you his lawyer?
No. What I'm saying is this: I'm following the due process of the law. As at today, the law says that Bobrisky
is a person of interest.
Idris Okuneye.
AKA
Bobrisky.
Is a person of interest.
Good.
Please underline that.
Good. He's a person of interest. All of us are persons of interest.
Is he?
It all depends on the circumstances.
Is he?
All of us. No. All of us are persons of interest. Let me tell you.
You are relativizing the matter now.
Of course.
Why?
All of life is
relative
to circumstances. Everything about life.
What makes a person of interest now?
You see,
to the Nigerian state.
No, you see, the Nigerian state enjoys drama.
What makes you?
We have more serious issues. We have bandits, insurgents, we have kidnappers. You are pursuing somebody who is using entertainment.
You have a summon to the House of Reps.
Sorry?
Do you have a summon to the House of Reps?
You see, the House of Reps should concern itself with more serious matters.
Now again, you're moralizing.
This guy is an entertainer.
Now again, you're moralizing.
This guy is using entertainment to feed himself.
In your opinion.
What is it?
One man's entertainer is another. He is a.
Hold on. Emeka, assume you are a judge and Idris Okuneye is brought before you.
Yes.
And the lawyer makes a strong case about him being an entertainer.
Yes.
What strikes you?
He's gainfully employed. So I can take him seriously.
Do I understand?
What I want to see is show me evidence of your employment as an entertainer. Insofar, you cannot say an armed robber is gainfully employed.
Hold on. Yes. And it gets proven to you he's a cross-dresser. That's all. That's what
The
he lives by.
prosecutor will have to prove that being a cross-dresser is a criminal offense.
As we take this up to this,
I cannot. If you
I
see,
can-
no,
I can-
you're
I
not.
can
You know
tell
what
the
the
viewer-
court.
I can tell the viewer very happy.
The court cannot jump into matters that are not placed for. The court is not Father Christmas. So if the issue of his being a cross-dresser or gender bender, whatever, is not before the court, it is not the business of the court to start fishing for, how to give a black market.
So how do you know what you be charged with this time? See, this is
Let's wait. Now that's what I said. Let the state, let him enjoy.
It is sensible.
Let him enjoy.
Do not
let him
preempt
enjoy his holiday now.
It is immaterial. It is immaterial.
The state is feeding.
During his trial,
the state is paying for treatment.
during his money spraying trial, he told the judge, he said, "My lord," he said he was a celebrity who had good following on
which is also a form of entertainment.
I'm coming.
Globally.
Being
Yes, because you earn a lot of money. Celebrities earn a lot of money.
May I
Yes.
land? You made your point.
They even employ people.
May I
Celebrities employ people.
I land?
Yes.
That he had good following on Instagram, and that he will come out of that if he was allowed, if was granted leniency, he would go back and use his page to create awareness for people not to spray money anymore, which was fine.
Which is true.
But by that
identifies him
by that
as somebody
I'm
with an inclination to be a responsible citizen. So don't
in your view, by that same token, we can now examine that same account and check out how well he has used it to advocate, promote,
He has not been allowed to move forward.
sexual practices, which is a crime against the Nigerian state.
Let the state take him to court for that.
It is the reason I'm saying don't
Let
let
the
the arresting
let
him,
the state
because you're not allow them to arrest him
Let me tell you.
and let them charge him.
Can I tell you something? Even if he's charged, he can say his page was hacked. And that all those offensive things he had.
And he led them for years and years on end.
Do you know there are people who are abandoned? Do you know there are people who are abandoned defending?
Why are you defending?
No, then
why are
you putting a context to my right
a defense
to my right to express my views freely
until he has said that he has not said
no, which is not right. Listen, I'm telling you that I'm not bringing it to you that he can say there are Nigerians who have abandoned their pages and opened other pages. So you can say he abandoned the page.
He has not abandoned
it. You think so?
Do
you think can you prove that he deliberately runs that page? That he runs that page himself?
Or that he contracted it?
You have to. It's possible.
He contracted it out.
It's possible.
So he who acts to another acts by himself. It is law.
Well, that is what you think. Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. He that acts to another acts by himself.
Not necessarily.
All right, folks. The producer's index finger is saying wind down. So, Cyril, in the next 60 seconds, are you able to take your argument home?
For me, I don't think that the state should be vilified for arresting such a malefactor as Bobrisky. Yes, he's been arrested. Let's allow the state to enjoy its rights to arrest him, detain him, prosecute him. Okay? Because at the last time I checked, he was trying to flee the country, which of course is a crime in itself, being that he's a person of interest. Anybody who looks at Bobrisky and who do see this wrong about him, isn't seeing him well.
All right. Emeka, how do you bury this?
Very simple. The state should concern itself with more serious matters than wasting scarce resources in this hunger period. Wasting scarce resources, pursuing one fellow who is just looking for his daily bread. As far as I'm concerned, there are more serious issues than Bobrisky or very dark black man, that we should deal with. So what I believe is this: if the state feels there's a law against, those kinds of practices. If you want to apply it, apply the law. Stop skirting around, trying to take us, on the merry-go-round, or moralizing, go straight to the point. If you want to charge him to court for being a cross-dresser, for being whatever, charge him to court. Since he has served his time for abusing the currency, then any other thing arising from it have just been discussion with his friend, very dark black man. Those two friends just, gisting, just whiling away time. You see, we should not waste the nation's time and resources on gossip shared by two friends. Since the matter has gone to court, somebody affected Femi Falana, and so they've gone to court.
Yeah.
It's not their personal business. It's not for the state to now help Femi Falana to start fighting on whether he was dragged into the gossip or not. What I believe is this. Now they've held him. Okay, make sure that for the period you can establish a case against him. If not,
right.
you may end up paying damages
Thank you,
to
Emeka.
him. And there's a possibility that maybe by the end of this year or the next October 1, he may even be granted pardon. And you can't call him all those names.
Thank you, Emeka, except that I'm a little ill at ease when you seemingly are enamored of Bobrisky's friend, who is a so-called very dark man. You know.
No, I'm not enamored. Everybody, they're entertainers.
It's all right.
So they entertain me when I'm bored.
All right. Let me thank both of you. We must leave the studio, but not before thanking Cyril Abaku for your time.
Attention.
Emeka Madrondago for your intervention.
Thank you very much.
Well, let the debate continue in your part of town. Is it proper for Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, to be arrested at the border ostensibly when he was trying to flee the country? The coming days would tell. All right, I'm out of here, and on behalf of the Backroom Boys, this is yours sincerely, Citizen Jones Hussein, saying bye-bye now. Take care. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.